Hello, my friends. Welcome to November Paper Pumpkin out of the box. I'm so excited to show you the gingerbread paper pumpkin we have going on. This is Rachel Markin, your happy stamper lady, helping the creative you shine through. Let's take a look at my Facebook page. So on here, I'll be posting all the pictures. Anytime you want to go see or interact with me one-on-one, this is the best place to do it. Thank you for those who are on YouTube. Why don't you hop on over to my Facebook page and check that out as well. This is the demonstrator website where you can order at any time, including the lovely paper pumpkin kit we are going to show today. Hello, my friends. So, as you can hear from my voice, I do not feel that great, but I keep pressing forward, pressing on, pressing on. So we're going to talk about paper pumpkin today. And like I said on my website, you go to paperpumpkin.com, you choose me, Rachel Markin, your happy stamper lady, as your demonstrator, and it will come to your door every month. You can stop or start it at any time, $22 including tax and shipping. It is a brilliant, brilliant deal. I get super excited, like Christmas every month when these come in. I'm super excited about them. This is gingerbread, and the box is even different. There you go, jelly gingerbread. Super cute. I'm super excited to show you what we're going to make today. So, when paper pumpkin comes, if you've not had paper pumpkin before, you can empty all these goodies out, and we're going to talk about all the great things that come in paper pumpkin. So this is our magic box for this week because it is all inclusive. It all comes. Magic box empty. I am not going to sing. That would be terrifying. So what happens when you get paper pumpkin? Every month it will come with directions. They have put together a kit for you that's all inclusive. The first time you order, you get a block. After that, you don't get a block. But it comes with everything else you need, and you literally can make everything in this kit with what it comes with. Now, I take you outside of the box. These are the instructions they give you to follow, and I'm going to show you some other fun things. They also give you extra like little ideas here, and they'll tell you the other colors that they're using in the kit. This one is Calypso Coral, Cinnamon Cider, Daffodil Delight, Mint Macaron, Blushing Bride, Shaded Spruce, and White. Then, did you see how I just threw that piece of paper? I don't follow the directions. Then they give you even a few more ideas. Super, super cute. I'm really excited about this kit. It's really a brilliant kit. So let's get into the kit. Every time you get a kit, you will receive a Stampin' Spot. This one happens to be Blushing Bride. I have a bigger Blushing Bride, so I'm going to use that. The only other extra colors I'm going to use are Blackberry Bliss and Shaded Spruce. Okay, and the only extra supply I'm going to use is white cardstock. Otherwise, what you're seeing me make today all came in the kit, and that's what I want to show you how exciting that is. Now, of course, I've got my blocks because, you know, I always have my blocks, and I have glue. They include glue dots, but I like to use my glue, so that's a little different there. So what I generally do is I'll get the kit and I pull everything out and I kind of punch it out and put it in baggies. This is a stamp set, always includes a stamp set, photopolymer stamp set. You have this adorable little gingerbread house, these little filigree pieces here, and lots of cute words. Sweet treat for you, wishing you a jolly Christmas, enjoy with love, to from. You can make cute tags, happy holidays, and more merry. So always a stamp set. This time, Paper Pumpkin stepped it up even more, and they included tear and tape. Way to go. Way to go, Paper Pumpkin. Two things of dimensionals. They're on their game. Paper Pumpkin's on its game. They're doing brilliant. Look at these little candy dots. I can't even stand it. They're so cute. I actually need to step up my game with the candy dots because I did use them, but I kind of forgot about them, and then I went back and only put one on. That seems so not Rachel-fied, right? Like, I got to use more than that. Now, the original plan was for gift card holders this time. So they include these really cute envelopes for the gift card holders. Well, of course, I'm not going to let those go to waste. They're already decorated. We're just going to use them in a different way. We're just going to give them a different spin today. But they're brilliant. And as you can see, I baggy. So like once I go through my supplies, I'm like, okay, I'll just baggy it up so I know what I need. The original idea for the gift card holders are these absolutely adorable gingerbread houses. And so they would fold and fold again, put them together, and you would have a little gift card holder. Super cute idea. I love the idea. But of course, we're going to do something entirely different. Of course we are. So you have some mint macaron doors with like different roofs. And then you have some shaded spruce doors. And then I want to show you what I did with these. And I'm going to make a whole set of Christmas cards with them. So whenever I show you stuff, realize that I make like when I'm making you a card to show you, then I end up making a whole bunch for my Christmas cards. So then what I did with that house is I literally cut it in half, cut my gingerbread house in half, and I cut the little tabby off. So I have two little houses to work with. Brilliant, brilliant, super, super fun. So we're going to work with that today. Then what else do we have in here? It is really, I'm always impressed with Paper Pumpkin, how much they give you. Oh, the glue dots, but I told you that I use my glue, so I don't use their dots. Then they included, I thought these were kind of brilliant, and we're going to make a gift bag out of them. They're so cute. They're plain, these little white gingerbread house pieces that have this really cute edging to them. We're going to use a couple of those and create our own gift bag today. Wow, so fun in the gingerbread world. And then we have all of these little pieces that they included as well. So you have little doors, little hearts, tags in different colors and sizes. So you have hearts, stars, get a little star there, and you have like a baby door. I'm going to leave out the baby door. Found a little heart over here. I find all my little pieces. I try to keep them together. Did I already do my door? I did. I already did my other door. So I stamped some of the things because I'm trying to do 3 different things with you today. So I didn't want to overwhelm you with a super long video, although it might still be a little windy. Hopefully you'll stay with me and enjoy the whole video. Okay, so I put those to the side. Got all of those fun little pieces. One more thing. Then you have these pieces. So that's where your heart came from because I punched out the hearts. That's where your door came from. But see, I keep all the pieces so you can use them for something else. So, and then it's got like little candies around it. So you got the heart, or you got the little door, or you have the one with the stars. Isn't that adorable? These are so cute. So we need one of those as well. Alrighty. Let's talk about our paper cuts because they are actually the same. We're just doing it a little differently. So the original cut that we're going to use today with our extra white cardstock, that's all we're using. Extra, everything else is from the kit, is 11 inches. You get to see a sneak peek. I did a little bit of stamping. 11 inches by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. Card number 1, that is the only thing you need. You're just going to fold it that way. Card number 2 is exactly the same, 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. However, on the front side of that card, you're going to cut it off at 2 3/4, so you have this little extra piece. Super, super cutesy idea. Okay, so the first thing that we want to start with is our stamping. Okay, so when we start with our stamping, I'm going to start by stamping my words inside. I always think that's the easiest. So all I'm going to do right now is open my stamp pads over here, my Blackberry Bliss and my shaded spruce. So hopefully you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. This will come out a couple days before you enjoy your Thanksgiving. I know it's going to be smaller. It is definitely smaller for us. Sean's dad has COVID and is running a high fever. So prayers are much appreciated for that. And I'm not feeling brilliant. Obviously, I'm not feeling brilliant. So small is the way to go right now because I don't feel great either. Obviously, I sound like a frog, so not great. I don't have a fever. I'm not running a fever, but I think it might be more allergies. It's hard to tell with me because I have infection because I have that hole in my nose. Not pleasant. So I try to laugh about it because what you gonna do? Yeah, what you gonna do? That's how it is. Okay, I stamp upside down when I do my words only because it's long. If the card wasn't as long, I wouldn't do it that way. But that to me is the easiest way to do my words. And so I want to say, wishing you a jolly Christmas. And I'm going to use my Stamparatus. One, because I have it, but two, because if something were to happen and my words did not get as dark or as crisp, or I missed a spot, I can go back and do it again. I think the Stamparatus is brilliant, and I recommend using it all the time. Okay, so now we've got our words in there. Super great. Got that going on. We are going to do the same thing over here. So it opens like this. So we're going to go upside down. I am going to do this one, but the other one, we're going to go the opposite direction. So we've got a little couple different ways we're going to do one card. I wanted to show you a couple different ways you can do one card. I think that's fun to have many options to use. I love gingerbread. Our family makes gingerbread houses every year. It is one of many. We have several traditions that we like to do, but this is probably the favorite of everybody. We all love to make the houses. Well, this one I'm probably, let's see where it's set. Might be able to get away with it. I wanted to go down further. This one I'm doing it a little different. I wanted to set sideways, so. But I think this is probably, quite honestly, our favorite tradition as a family, I would say. If you would ask all of us at one time, what is your absolute favorite tradition? I'm going to guess we would probably all say gingerbread houses. So Sean and I started doing houses with just his parents the year before we got married. So 26 years we've been doing houses, and we make a house and we give it away. That's the caveat. You cannot keep your house. You have to give it away. That is part of the beauty of the holidays, that we give it away. So we make houses and we give them away. The kids started at a very, very young age. In fact, I can remember, I mean, I have pictures, which I'll be posting on Facebook this week. I'll try to post some pictures of different years that we've done houses. It needs to be updated. Unfortunately, I think the last time I put pictures in is when my mom passed away. It was her favorite too, and I haven't scrapbooked, I don't think, since my mom and my brother have passed away. But I do need to maybe step up my game there with the gingerbread houses. So we will get together and usually at Thanksgiving. This year we're gonna have to do it a little differently, but generally at Thanksgiving time we get our list together of all the things we need, which is huge. I have like a main list on my phone, and then we all split the candy and we all split the, all the different things that we do. And the kids, they loved it. I have pictures. Nammy's like 2, Zaya when he was a baby as well. Like Zaya was in the cradle, like the car seat. We're making gingerbread houses. He's sitting there beside us in his little baby seat watching us make gingerbread houses. And then once they could start, they did their own. We'd buy little kits for them and let them have a good time with it. Let them go to town. Okay, so you see, this is what I'm talking about. So my house didn't fully get on there. It's no big deal because I can do it again. My magnet might have been in the way up at the top, which is fine because we'll just go back and do it again. So yeah, and we've had people come and go. Had people maybe 1 year come and try a gingerbread house. Got another little spot there, not quite taken. I don't think I have the oomph I normally do when I'm pushing down. I'm a little wimpy today. So we'll get it on there. It's fine. So this is on the envelope. We're making it like a little card front. Super fun. So we'll do our little gingerbread house on there. Now you could color this in. I just try not to use a whole bunch of extra product. I figure most people probably have white cardstock. in their home. And hopefully you have a couple colors that maybe are your favorite colors that you use. And so makes it easy. So while I've got this sitting here, I'm also going to do with love on this little envelope. Yeah, so we have a list of things we love to use, but we will do a little research throughout the year. And if someone's like, oh, did you see this? I saw they use this time. Let's try to find those or whatever. We have some favorite things that we use. Neckos is one, and we were having a hard time finding Neckos. Look at that. This is going to be our card front. So in fact, well, we have this right here. We're going to glue this envelope closed. Isn't that hilarious? But the reason is it's nice and thick and it's already decorated. So why wouldn't I use it on part of the card? I'm not going to use it as an envelope because I'm not making the cards that way. But there's no reason not to use the pieces. that's my go-to thought. So we're going to put dimensionals on that and let those sit and be ready. Okay. So look at that. It's part of card 1. Almost done. Now, while we've got this out, we're also going to do an archway. So let me put this down here like so. Yeah, so many great memories. I know the year that my mom passed away, I was so blessed. My friend Shauna was still living in Michigan when my mom passed away. And I didn't want to do houses that year because my mom passed on December 10th. So it was super close to Christmas. It was right like the weekend that we were supposed to do the houses. My sister was still here and she's like, I really think that we should do the houses in honor of mom. I think that we should, this was her favorite thing. I think we should do the houses. I don't think she was wrong. I just was super sad. So I was just struggling to get my head around it. And so, they stayed and we did that, we did the houses. And a knock comes on the door, and it is Shauna. She came from Michigan. I will just forever remember that. I was so blessed. And she was like, I'm here to do houses with you. I'm here to do a house with you. She brought stuff and she sat with me and I cried most of the day, as did all of us. But there was something really sweet and special about carrying on the traditions. Because your goal, I believe, my goal anyway, is to be the best parts of my mom and my brother, to be the best parts of who they were and to carry on their legacy of love. And, that one was a favorite for my mom, and giving it away was a favorite for my mom. And so that's what we did. So look at the archway. So, so cute. So I did the archway. I'm trying to think of what else. I think I'm about ready to just need this little filigree and we'll do some extra stamping. All right. So yeah, super special memory for that. Thank you, Shauna. If you're watching this, that still touches my heart. I still actually think about that, and it still blesses me to this day that you showed up at my doorstep to make houses with me. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I've already stamped some of the bits and pieces because we're doing a lot today, and I wanted to be able to cover all that we're doing. But I want to show you the idea of this filigree, how you can use it as a design all over your card. So I'm going to start with the Blackberry Bliss, and I'm just going to do it in a line. Now, I will tell you that with this particular design, I am freehanding it. So if that makes you nervous, which I understand if it makes you nervous, you may not want to try to do this, but I feel like, again, if you use the Stamparatus, excuse me, and you have that nice solid base, and you take your time, now obviously it's not going to be perfect. It's not perfectly lined up. It's not going to be, perfection, but at the same time, I think it's beautiful, and I think that you will be able to enjoy. Okay, so that's what we've got going on so far. Then this piece is going to go down over top. So I'm actually going to do purple on the front here, like so, on both sides. Make sure I got it covered. So got the purple there. And then when I do the front piece here, you're going to see a little bit here. So I'm actually going to do purple on the ends there. This is just me. Obviously, I just created this design. This is just something that I thought would look beautiful with the cards that we are creating. Okay, so there is my purple for that card. Then I'm going to come across and I'm going to do the exact same thing, but I'm going in a different direction. But this is that whole idea of assembly line stamping because I like to do that. If that's not your thing, find your voice and do something totally different. It's totally fine. It will be great. But I love it. Yeah, over the years with the gingerbread houses, we've had, it's really been amazing. Just the different people. So a lot of times, like people will say, how did you decide? We pray about it. Who we want to give it to? Who do you want us to bless this year? So lots of prayer goes into it before we do it. Now this house is going to go this way, so I'm not actually going to use the extra white piece of paper, but because this is going to open, I'm going to put a purple on the edge of the house there, like so. Okay, and I think that I might be done with the Blackberry Bliss for using this piece, and then I need shaded spruce. And we've changed it up. So Ed and Sharon, Sean's parents, they still make their gingerbread. They make it from scratch. We originally made our gingerbread from scratch, and then the kiddos came along and they wanted to join in making gingerbread, and we just felt like for us buying kits became what we decided to do. Now I'm going to put this in between, and it is going to slightly overlap, but I think it looks beautiful overlapped. Isn't that pretty? And over the years I've enjoyed buying kits because I've made a train one year, nativity scene. I've made a multi-village one year. An ark. We did an ark. That was super cool. What else? We have done so many over the years. I was trying to think of all the cool things that we've created over the years. It's been brilliant. We love it. And I do have the pictures. Like I said, not the last 5 years, but before that. I've made miniature houses too. Done some miniature houses. Like created a whole universe of them. This year, Sharon just sent me a picture. I've not tried it before, but she sent me a picture. Someone made a house out of Pop-Tarts. That was pretty brilliant. So now this time, instead of what I was doing in a line, I'm going to go on my corners. So it's going to go corner to corner. So this is creating a whole different look with that exact same stamp, which, you know, I like to show you the versatility of the stamps. I think is super fun. Look at that. Isn't that great? Okay, and then the only other thing I think I have left to do, oh yeah, I want to show you how to do that at the top of the house. So on this piece, this comes up here, and fits the top of the house so brightly. Look at that. So beautiful. This set is really, really cute. I was so excited. I get so excited when it comes in, and it definitely sparks my creativity. So, my set was late. My set was running late, and I didn't get it until late yesterday afternoon, actually. And I was like, oh, well, I had another, excuse me, I had another card ready just in case, but I was hoping that I would get to do it. And it came in late yesterday afternoon, and I just immediately was like, this is what I'm going to do. I know exactly what I want to do. That doesn't always happen, but it definitely, Paper Pumpkin definitely sparks something in me, like just that instant creativity, probably because all the parts are there. So you have all these cool parts and pieces. And so it's just a matter of how do I want to put them together to create something different. So look at that with that little filigree in the corner. Isn't that pretty? I love it. I love this little swirly piece. So cute. So yes, I created this whole design probably in an hour and a half. I was like, and this is what I want to do. Brilliant, I'm done. Because it was I was so happy about it. But gingerbread is near and dear to my heart, obviously. So it was easier for me probably to get hyped about the idea of gingerbread because I love it so much. So this year, I'm not sure how all that's going to work. We are trying to figure out the dynamics of that. One, I mean, if Ed isn't feeling better, then there's not anything we can do about that. We continue to pray for him. And, you know, if he's not better, then obviously he's not coming over to do gingerbread houses, which would be super sad. But we are more concerned about him getting better at this point. And as far as our list goes, we will probably be making the list separately, one-on-one, and then just figuring out what we're doing from there. I keep a lot of the supplies in a cupboard. I actually have a gingerbread cupboard. So it's very funny when you talk to different people and you realize their traditions. I mean, not everybody's got a gingerbread cupboard, but we do gingerbread and we love it. So we have a cupboard and I keep supplies and we're always looking for cute new ideas and new things because it's what we do. So that makes sense. Like, it's like, oh yeah, well, that's important to us. So that's what we do. So yeah, so I'll probably be going through and seeing what I have, and then we'll just have to send a list out for what is needed to make our things, and then we'll go from there. So normally it is the first Saturday of December. So that is our normal gingerbread house making time. So hopefully we will continue that this year. We will see how that goes. All right. Well, that was a lot of stamping, but we've got a lot of fun things here to put together now. So why don't we start actually putting a few pieces together? So this house, wrong piece, this house, I'm going to add this white piece over top of with my glue. Get that extra stuff off of there. Okay, and what I look for is I don't want the brick wall to show through in the door. That's kind of my biggest caveat. I don't like that. And I like the tip to line up there at the top. Pretty simple, right? Excuse me. I am so sorry. I know I do not sound good at all. I don't feel great. I'm not going to lie. I don't feel great, but I'm doing okay. Baby steps, one moment at a time. So I'm going to take the baby door. I think this is cute. Put the baby door in there. Isn't that cute? And then let's take one of these dots and it becomes like a door knob, I guess. That doesn't have to be that, but that's what it reminds me of. Then I'm going to go ahead. Now on this one, we're only going to do this side because of the way it's going to sit on the card. So we only have to do our dimensionals on half of it. Okay, and this card is the one that's going to face this way. So we're going to go ahead and take those off. So excited. So cute. Isn't this a cute set? I love it. It's so cute. Okay, so I'm making gingerbread houses early. How geeked out do you think I was when I saw that? I was like, what? I love making gingerbread houses. I know who I'm going to give it to this year, but I'm not sure what I want to do yet. So I got to think through that. Okay, then there you go. That is part of card number 2, where I cut that front base off. So let's do the other card, number 2, while we have it. So what we're going to do with that card, oh, you know what? I didn't do my little sign. So goofy with that. I forgot about that the last time. It's so funny because that's really cute, but then you add this sign and you're like, yeah, that's what it needed. It needed the sign. It's like brilliant because Stampin' Up! Knows what they're doing and Paper Pumpkin is brilliant. And then look at the sign and you're like, yep, that's what it needed. That's super brilliant. Love it. Ooh, and you know what I keep saying? I want to use these little guys. Let's give it a little Christmas wish inside. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh, I can't even stand it. Okay, let's do the other card, number 2. So what we're going to do here is we're going to glue this one down. We're not going to do dimensionals. We're going to do dimensionals on the house, which I already have going on there. So I'm actually, on the part where I did not stamp, I'm actually going to do my glue on that part. And I'm going to put that down. Yep. Scoot it a little bit more. Little bit more. I like that the glue can let you move a little bit. Had a little extra, but that can be wiped off. And then we're actually going to not put the house upside down. Did you see me just put it upside down? We're not going to put the house upside down. I'm a little tired, my friends. So forgive me for my wonkiness. My eyes are a little ridiculous right now too. All right, so then we are gonna set that house down, and then this one opens this way. So you have the one that opens this way, or you have the one that opens this way. That is card number 2. I would love to hear which one you like better. You don't have to like either one better, but I think they're really cute. And so let's do the same thing here. Let's give that a little extra piece of candy because we can. Because hello, happiness. Okay, those are our 2 card number 2. Card number 1. Okay, remember that's just the basic fold. You've done this beautiful piece. You know what, on this one, I do like to do something a little extra. I like to use that filigree with a little extra color because we don't have as much going on in this card. You don't have it stamped everywhere, I guess I should say. So what I'd like to do is come back in with that Blackberry Bliss, and I like the extra, I don't know, I like the extra color on this one. I think it gives it just a little extra pop. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do any of this. You know, I'm going to tell you, find your own voice. So do it when you love it. If you're like, oh, I love that. If you don't love it, don't do it. But on this one, I feel like the extra helps. It just gives it this really nice little boost inside. And so I'm going to give it that extra boost. I'm just going to give it that little something extra there. Okay, so there you go. which doesn't that see, it just frames it. It just frames it so pretty. Then we're going to take that envelope that we created into like a baby card. So why not? We used it. It was decorated. It was super cute. So we're going to take that baby card. That's what we're going to call it. And we are literally going to put it on the front of our card. Are you kidding me? Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh. I think these Christmas cards are going to be adorable. Love it. All right. Nope, I don't want to close that yet because we're going to move on to our bag. All right, so for our bag, got a couple of things going on here. I already did a little bit of the movement with the bag. Just not to make it too long. We're already almost 40 minutes. Not to make it too long. So I need my bone folder out. So here's what we're going to do with this bag. You start off with 2 sheets of 4x4 white cardstock. And on 3 of the sides of the cardstock, you score it at 1 inch. And you do that on both pieces of cardstock. And then on the last side, you score it at a 1/2 inch. Now, the 1/2 inch part is really cool because it makes it like I thought, oh, that's not really necessary. But then when I didn't do it, it didn't make it look as professional. You're literally making this nice little fold down, and it just makes it just the right size bag. Now, if you were doing a designer cardstock, you could fold it the other way and have a lip, but we're going to do a gingerbread house. So I folded it in just to have a nice sharp crease on it because we're going to make a little mini gingerbread house bag. What? Gingerbread house bag. Who doesn't want a gingerbread house bag? I do need to scoop up a little bit of that before that goes down. My tear and tape won't want to come up if I don't get that piece off of there. There we go. Okay, so we got that going on. All right, so now that you've got that really nice crease, that's what you're going for. Now, you'll notice that I already did tear and tape. Yeah, you can see them. Not great, but on this piece, I'm actually going to cut that square completely off. Okay, gone with that square. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Gone with that square. Notice I had a little extra. You definitely don't want extra. You want less if not. And then on this one, the tear and tape is on the sides. And so on the long side, just going to cut up to that score line. You're not going to cut these off. This side you're not going to cut off, just the one. You're going to do that too. Then the tear and tape is on the outside of the bag on these pieces, just so that you notice, okay? We're going to remove the tear and tape from the rectangle piece. Okay, and we are going to lay the rectangle down inside the other bottom piece rectangle. They're literally just going to fit inside one another like so. Perfect. You're going to burnish so it sits nice and tight. Then you're going to lift up your little corners and you're going to take the tear and tape off of those little pieces. Now, tear and tape is brilliant and I use it and I love it for my bags and for my boxes. But if you've watched me do any videos before, you know that I will tell you tear and tape does not have grace. It is not forgiving. It is not. So when you go to do something, you need to be precise. You need to be ready to go and put it down. So when I go to do this, I'm going to turn this back. So I'm going to even that up on the side. And then I'm going to bring this one in and I'm going to do the same thing. I want it nice and even. There can be happy accidents. I always tell you that, but tear and tape doesn't really let you have a happy accident. Tear and tape's pretty, like once it's on, it's on. You're not going to be, you're not going to be pulling that tear and tape off. So I think I'm going to do a little extra up here. just to make sure everything sticks, just so. So I'm going to bring that up and I'm going to fold that across. Now I realize that I stamped on both pieces, but that's just because that way it doesn't matter which piece I put down, they're going to be fine. It's going to sit nicely and be nice. Okay, now all I'm doing is just pushing it down, getting the nice shape. Are you kidding me with this bag? Oh, I can't even stand it. It's so cute. Okay, then we're going to use glue and we're going to just lining up the bottom. We're going to make it a gingerbread bag. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go down in and I just kind of, it's a good place to put your bone folder in. Make it nice and burnished. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And the glue on the bag was easier. I felt like it was a little bit easier. Glue on the bag. Just lining up the bottom. I'm going to do the same thing. Going to put it down. Take my little bone folder in there. Are you kidding me? Isn't that so cute? Now, a couple more things. I made a sign. So got a little sweet treat sign. So got to put that on there. And the other thing is, this bag sits up fine on its own. So you could determine what you wanted to do. But you could give it little handles if you wanted to. You know, give it a little handle. I mean, it sits perfectly fine. So I don't know that it needs to have a handle because then I think it doesn't look as much like a gingerbread house if you had a handle. It's fine if you did, but I just don't think it looks as much like a gingerbread house. Then I'm going to take one of those doors. Remember how I said I didn't get rid of anything? I'm going to take one of those doors and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put dimensionals on and we're going to put it down here like our little door. Are you kidding me? It's so cute. I can't even stand it. All right. And ta-da! Is that not brilliant? Oh my gosh, I can't even stand that bag. I was so giddy. When I realized I could make a bag that fit these white pieces, because I was trying to figure out what to do with the plain white pieces. But then see, you got that cute little design on the side. And this would fit some really cute candy. It fit like a Reese tree or a gingerbread man or whatever. Isn't he brilliant? I love it so much. Okay, so we made a treat bag out of our paper pumpkin. All I used on this extra was white cardstock and shaded spruce and blackberry bliss, and you could choose any colors you had on hand. Then card number 1 we made with the envelope. We stamped on the envelope, put dimensionals on it, and put it on our card. Okay, there's our adorable little card. And card number 2 goes both ways. So we have the house, both sides of the house that we cut in half, remember? So this side of the house looks absolutely different than this side of the house because we've got the white going on this piece. And then this piece, we have the house itself. This house goes up and down with our saying, and this house goes sideways. Oh my gosh, are you not loving them? This was so fun for me to make. I had such a good time. Okay, my friends. Paper pumpkin out of the box for November. Let's go to the front screen. Oh, I hope you loved that. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving. I'll be praying for all of you as we don't gather like we normally do. Some of you might, and that is totally fine. We will not. I will not even get to see my sister and Julian and Tom, which I understand because we're all trying to stay safe. But this is a time where when we make a difference, we make the world a better place when we love each other where we are and we find ways to connect, even if it can't be face to face, that we send love, send regards, and check in on one another, find ways that we can love each other. So until I see you next week, my friends, I bid you adieu.